Yeah, how's it going? Today is 5th of June, Wednesday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. In today's video, there's a lot of ground to cover, so we won't be wasting enough time, right? Previously, we were taking a look at some of the contracts available, right? So let's try to understand the entire sector a little bit better. And I have pulled out some of the articles that might be of interest. I would be reading all these articles either way, so I thought might as well share that information with others. I haven't read those articles yet. So we were taking a look at contracts potentially available for many businesses. I would say that, or there might be some limitations of who can enter some of those contracts, right? In recently, I think it's either previous video or video before then. But either way, let's take a look at aviation, aerospace, all these kind of things, right? So let's start by taking a look at Israel begins test on Oron, most advanced surveillance aircraft. The plane is meant to provide intelligence capabilities across extensive terrain. I think they have built their own system, so I'm kind of interested to understand a little bit better how they got started. I haven't read this article, right? So if they have taken a frame of the existing plane and then they put their own, what will be most expensive parts, they put everything inside the plane themselves. So I think this is what they have done. So if you or anybody will be sent a price and or invoice of how much plane frame doesn't cost that much compared to everything what goes inside the plane. It can be very expensive. So let's delve deeper into this article. Let's try to understand what happened and what's going on. Israel's Minister of Defense this week announced a test flight has begun for its new Oron surveillance aircraft that is claimed is the world's most advanced aircraft of its kind. Let's take a look at date. So that's 2023. So very recently, right? So let's try to understand perhaps the frame. As I mentioned, perhaps there's a different frame of existing models, all these kind of things, right? And I think they might have put their own all the inside and all the capabilities was perhaps developed by themselves, which perhaps would save a lot of money, but either way. In a new collaboration, the aircraft was developed jointly by the Ministry of Defense Research and Development Arm, Israeli Aerospace Industry Alta subsidiary, the Israeli Air Force Surveillance Corps, and the Navy. It's equipped with sensors and C41 systems that the IDF says it will provide intelligence capabilities across expensive terrain. Okay, it's definitely expensive, but I think extensive. Enabling real-time monitoring of ground movement under diverse weather and all visibility conditions. Oron is joint multi-domain, multi-sensor solution which will provide IDF with game-changing capabilities to counter threats far and near. Said there's a let's perhaps do not bring people into this, right? That aircraft branch and ministry did not provide. Okay, exactly. Let's stay without the first and last names. The aircraft is designed to track multiple targets over a great distance in various weather conditions, he said in 2021. When Oron was still under development, it was characterized by the Air Force as a first of its kind model designed for target gathering, classification, and guiding vehicles in all threats. Okay. So surveillance gathering and I think entire system, entire platform would be very important as well. So it will be very expensive. So if it's very expensive, there might be a lot of creativity coming into effect. And to buy or sell such a platform is very tough task. And I'm interested in understand a little bit more about the numbers, how much it cost. Once operational, aircraft will serve with 122nd Squadron. I don't know if that's important, which called. Okay, again, I don't think that's important. I'm interested in history, how they developed, so that would be more of the engineering side of things, right? The squadron was established in 1971 and has changed roles over the years from transport aircraft and aircraft used for special operations to use of the latest ISR aircraft, right? So potentially at some point it was used for either moving people or goods from point A to point B. But down the line we began and all made some modifications to it. The hangars already hold modified Gulfstream G 500 Shavit and G 550 ITAM. According to EIF, the Shavit provides intelligence for fighters, squadrons, and ATAM contracts missions of air control in depth enemy territory. The squadron also work in signal intelligence unit. Okay, that's kind of, I guess it's kind of the way how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the canary in a coal mine, right? Since if you find yourself on the ground, you're not necessarily be able to see what's happening in front of you otherwise, right? So how and any governments would be looking to solve this problem? Perhaps that's aircraft, but I think this particular style of aircraft has been piloted by the people. So that's not necessarily optimal, but that's just an example of some of the governments and what those governments are doing, right? The RAF lead 122nd Squadron fully recognized the great responsibility of effective utilization of this aircraft and its ability to protect the state of Israel. I'm sure that the joint flight would allow IDF to train its personnel effectively and shorten the schedule until the Oron aircraft is fully operational. The commander of the 122nd said, as with many Israeli Air Forces personnel, his name was not okay. So it's not a name. Perhaps the even eliminating need of training personnel. But perhaps it's very hard to develop this kind of capabilities, right? Of putting people in danger in the first place. So perhaps there was still a lot of work that needed to be done. But either way, let's progress. Alta General Manager, okay, so there's more people, said the aircraft system incorporates unique technology expertise that has been accumulated over the years with the industry and research and development work that was done. This accumulation of knowledge enables effective preparation for future threats in all Israeli operational areas. The Oron doubled the Mars 2 or multi-mission airborne recognition and or surveillance systems at ELTA was first discovered in April 21st at the time of then head of research and development. There's names there, let's keep those. These systems will stream valuable data to the intelligence units aircraft or artificial intelligence technology will enable the effective and automated data processing systems which will provide actionable intelligence in real time, enhancing the effectiveness of IDF operational activities. So there is some aspect of AI, but perhaps they can't disclose all the capabilities. I was interested in this part, right? So they do think, do spend a little bit of time of thinking how to remove need of having people or placing people in danger in the first place, right? Okay, let's close that and progress to the next article.